Okay, so the way that a hat of disguise work is it's not that the hat is itself is a disguise, it's that the hat aids you in disguise.
Yeah, see?
So by putting the hat on without attempting to disguise yourself, you're just wearing a hat.
Well, I thought it was magic. Wait, really? It's not magic?
It is magic. It magically...
That's his interpretation. If you believe strongly enough in your altered personality and stuff, it kind of works.
I see. Okay.
It wouldn't work that way on him because his logic works differently than yours.
Interesting.
It's magic. It's about thoughts and intent.
I had no idea.
In this case, particular.
Welcome back to the adventure. I'm Yima Quinn, and I'm the Game Master facilitating the world.
Hello, I'm Damek, and I am playing Samuel.
Hi, I'm Dabbles, and I'm playing Bata, the bear barbarian. Comes from the lands up north, and he is exploring worlds outside of his homeland.
I am Pony. I will be playing Theron the Sergal, who has a lust for adventure and is definitely not a rogue.
I'm Hawk. I'm playing Arden, a talented and brilliant mage coming from the capital of Atlas.
So where is Munis? Is he still back in the swamp?
No.
I'm asking the group.
I have no idea.
Well,
I assume he's probably cackling maniacally over burnt bodies right now.
actually, Arden, we spotted him while you were engaged, flying away on a bird of flame to the northeast.
You saw him too, actually.
Could you point in the exact direction?
Sam points in the exact direction.
Geography?
You.
Actually, Sam will say, well, he was right there, coming from the giant wall of smoke, going that way.
Yes. So it's a 19 on geography.
Okay. Looks like he's headed toward the reach.
Sam will just tell him towards
What
the
is-
wall.
You mean Coeurasa's reach? Wait, why is he going up?
I don't know.
Ask Munis.
Mr. Umbra, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Bismutum might be in grave danger if Munis is planning to go there.
Wouldn't that be true of anywhere he's planning to go by the sounds of it?
But we have a lot more Dragon's Tears in our possession.
Does he have any interest in Dragon's Tears?
You could have interest. You know what? Actually, Mr. Umbra, I know what you want. You want a life of your own. You want experiences. Would you like to see what Bismutum is like?
After we put the two back, I'll take you up on that offer.
Boy, are they gonna be happy to see him.
Are they not good things in your faith?
Well, I mean, you know what happened to the shrine that's up there. I guess it'll be interesting to understand an Umbra that doesn't do that.
I think it would be a stellar opportunity for your people.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's just concerning, but it'll be okay.
That's not what it sounds like. It doesn't necessarily need to happen.
No, it's just interesting.
But this puts us in a very bad place. His people come from there. Arden points to Bata.
Mm-hmm.
His people are probably in very, very grave danger because they would likely not have adequate means to defend themselves against him.
That's not what I've heard from Bartok.
Arden stares at him expectingly.
We expect people to attack from Amond, which is the entrance to Coeurasa's Reach. So that's where most of our defenses are. If this Munis is flying over the Reach, he could just fly and land anywhere.
Do people often go over the reach? All I hear is people failing and dying.
Well, our documentation says that it is this is a speculation, mind you, but a mile-high wall that reaches into the clouds, a sheer surface, which is generally not scalable by most people, but if you're flying, it's actually a fairly simple task, because you do not have to climb. If you wanted to get over a wall, would you fly over it, or would you climb it?
Dig through it.
Oh, okay.
It's a possibility. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big wall. I wonder how long of a tunnel do you have to make? Well, maybe they can withstand Munis.
Are you sure about that, Bata?
I don't feel like arguing with the Umbra if he is already performing some of our wishes.
We're going to Rookport first.
Yeah, I'm feeling like it's not going to happen any other way.
My instincts tell me no.
Bada, we need to go and help your people, right?
Most of them will be trained in combat, so they'll probably be able to hold off fine. They just won't expect someone to come in from above, but
Do you know someone who can send them a message?
Sam looks back at Potter like, I'm going to Rogueport.
I'm gonna be the hero. of Rogueport, right?
Low key?
don't we need Sam for the Rogueport mission?
I didn't mean him.
Oh,
Well, you may be in tune with things. You don't seem to be all that clever.
He makes up for it.
I mean, we don't have anyone here who can go.
Have you met anyone who has the ability to send messages for you? Independent.
Oh, we could round up somebody.
I feel you was like expecting us to have something here that we already should be aware of, and we're all just
A
like,
list of NPCs we've met. Right, well, we know one courier that might be dead or alive, questionably, back in
Pinnacle.
Pensacola.
We're assuming bird people don't fly, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be a bit whack.
well, you're not saying that I should like commune with my stone in the hopes that it's gonna commune back.
No.
Okay.
You don't be someone who's capable of that.
What sort of capabilities does that require?
Training and attunement, I don't sense in him. I sense he likes adorable other creatures that tend the fields for him. I sense he might be a farmer.
Herder, specifically.
Yes.
Farmer of livestock.
We could use courier resources.
Do couriers have non-mundane resources available?
We do in larger cities,
Such as Pinnacola?
possibly. It's headed to avoid that particular office.
Why?
I like the smaller towns.
Well, I carry the authority of the order, and if that does not work, we have money.
We had money.
We have money.
for? It locked off on its own.
If you are willing to make a stop in Pinnacola, if you can get us there quickly,
That would be on the way.
then we could potentially stop there.
Though we should probably make Theron look different.
I don't know how to do that on a permanent level.
Shave her.
Fata just smiles.
Theron's eyes narrow. Theron pulls out her Carmen Sacramento hat,
Your Carmen Sacramento.
Oh my god.
and I pose.
With the hat on?
Yeah, put it on. Is this not enough?
It's a hat.
Of disguise.
Hey, you can detect magic. It's got magic on it. Hold on. If we're gonna redo my hair, I'm gonna consult with Bata's player and what she's gonna look good at.
Military cut.
Ooh, no, you go for the power chick thing, which is shave the sides and then just have that comb over that goes over your eyes.
I've never seen a Sergal with a mohawk. Think about it, Sergal mohawk.
Does Bata have skills?
He has a freaking giant pompadour. I assume he knows how to brush his own hair.
Okay.
The luscious fur.
The luscious fur.
Mr. Umbra, is this a deal breaker here?
No. Look different.
It'd be the smart thing to do.
Okay.
Wear one of those pirate things.
She already looks like a pirate.
The bandana and the eye patch and the hat.
You've got some weird taste, Mr. Umbra.
And maybe a long coat for the weather.
Well, I would say I like everything but the eye patch.
What's wrong with the eye patch?
Kinda wanna be able to stab things still?
Oh, you can flick it up when you have to see.
Get in front of somebody, flick it up. Ah, there we go. Stab.
I can only turn you gold so many times.
That only lasted for an hour.
So many times.
Well, Mr. Umbra, I willfully submit to this disguise. Since you have given me such notoriety, I may have to just do that.
Would you like to hear about what I've done? I consider it tasteful and artful.
No.
Well, do we need the wagon? Or are we just going to go to Pinnacle and can we just get a wagon there?
Just depends on whether we actually left anything at the wagon, which we never really RP.
Your wedding dress.
I did!
Sam's girlfriend.
Sam shakes his head.
We all look at Sam like...
Sam shakes his head.
Sam, should we go back and get the wagon? Or should we just go buy a new wagon at Pinnacle?
Do you want to
Did we leave
leave
anything of value in that wagon?
Theron's
The
dress.
wedding dress.
What about Marcus and Susie?
The Boogaloo are concerned as well.
Well, those are ours. I think we should go deal with the wagon, Mr. Umbra.
Is there a fast and safe way to get back?
Actually, that's a good point. Perhaps it'd be better to just go straight to Pinnacola because we don't have to go through a marsh fire.
And spiders.
I'm sorry, did they actually blow up the festival?
On the horizon, there is
The
a
festival is still 4 hours away from the...
Yeah, that was Munis having fun at the spire. The Pillar of Fire.
giant...
Oh.
Okay. All right.
The festival's more spread out, but very, very bright at the time.
Bright orange.
In other colors.
Well, is anybody opposed to going back and getting the wagon?
I just stated my reason.
Okay.
Danger.
1 and 1.
Well, but that we just found out the danger was unfounded.
Munis is not there, but the spiders are still.
Mr. Umbra, are you worried about spiders?
I don't like them.
Okay.
I fly away from them.
Okay. Well, I don't think we have anything to worry about spiders with our friend here.
I can't fly all of you.
Okay. Oh, so you can't defeat any spiders.
I don't want to fight them.
You could do it artfully and...
They travel in swarms.
I think what he's implying is that he is capable of avoiding them where we cannot.
Okay.
Bata looks at the map.
I would prefer not to tangle with spiders.
All right.
You want to avoid that sticky situation?
All the players.
Rather not get bit.
Well, we have to get out of the swamp first, right? So you want to just go to this road outside of the marsh and then go to Pinnacola?
I would be alright with that.
Could you perhaps turn into a wagon?
No. I did meet somebody who could, but no.
Could you perhaps turn into a stag?
I don't think the stag would be able to transport all of us.
I cannot carry... Well, no, that's not true.
You were just carrying all of us in your mouth.
You didn't like how I was carrying you.
Well, some perhaps less sludge and more seating would have been a more ideal.
I kept getting poked, too.
Yeah.
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 Everyone looks at Theron.
So did Zaus.
And her boots.
It tried to kill us once, and you're giving me crap about my boots?
Look at Zaus's ear.
Theron glares at Sam.
How about we get to that road and head back to Pinnacola?
That sounds simply wonderful.
It sounds like no one else wants to venture into further danger.
I've had enough for one lifetime.
Although I think spiders are basically anywhere around us, but I guess a road is better than nothing.
The road's outside the marshlands.
We're on the edge of the marshlands?
I don't know where we are.
We're in the middle of the
It
marshlands.
took sprinting off into the distance for like a half an hour.
Yeah, we have no idea where we are.
Yeah, we're in the middle of fallen trees.
Yeah. And the road's outside of the marshlands.
Oh, okay. Just assume we were still in the middle of it.
Not quite in the middle, but you still have a ways to go out. Like, you're not in the lake part.
The lake is where the spiders are.
And you're suggesting we go out at like the earliest exit?
Right.
Okay.
Before we find the tree spiders.
Great.
More spiders.
More spiders that just magically popped into existence.
Well, I think, Sam, you'll just have to write that girlfriend of yours a letter at the next chance we get.
I'm sure that whatever her name was.
Let's see if I have that written
Yeah,
down,
I'm trying to
actually.
find it too.
Whose name are you trying to remember?
The lady that fell in love
The
with Sam.
caretaker of our
I
things.
believe her name was Melody.
I don't think that's quite it.
That doesn't sound right either.
Regardless, I did tell her it would be dangerous, so maybe she'll just think we died. And sell the Boogaloo to a loving caretaker.
And turn your cart into firewood?
Yeah.
It was basically already firewood.
But the memories. It's alright.
It had the value of
We can-
firewood.
We can all pitch together to buy a new wagon.
So I guess we're hoofing it down this road?
See, no, you know her name either.
I want to. I have Patricia written
You
down.
never introduced me to her.
Karen was the one that invited her to dinner.
Was it?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't write her name down. Unless it was Patricia. Then I did.
Like, come on to dinner. Look at handsome over here.
Well, can we get out of this swamp?
Sam cleans his bow tie, sadly.
I will permit the young rat boy to ride me.
Theron will pat the rat boy on the shoulder and be like, yeah, we're good. Do we need to rest?
Yes.
But we need to get out of here at least.
Can we at least rest when we get out of here?
I am near defenseless currently.
Noted.
Is that the GM?
That is the Umbra.
Okay.
Arden iterates near defenseless.
Good.
Well, I say we get to the edge of this forest, maybe a good mile away from it. Or we're in a forest, right? Marsh,
Yes.
whatever.
Marshy forest.
Let's get out of here and make camp because it's getting late enough and we're tired.
Yes.
Question mark.
We're all
Yes.
hurt.
Do I still have my jar?
Yeah.
Good.
You were able to keep that safe.
Jar?
Of spider poison. That is poison for spiders.
Imagine
not
that, bro.
poison from spiders.
I still have like black goo in a wet skin.
Yeah.
Ooh, poetic justice.
Let's make sure to pour it on poor Munis.
And light them on fire.
Okay.
There's some darkness in that vibe over there.
Well, I guess we should probably get going then.
I pat myself down and make sure I have everything. Do I have everything?
Yep.
Yay.
Except your wedding dress.
No, see, I left it with the girlfriend. She's gonna come back, find Sam with the wedding dress.
I thought the joke was that she would see it and then burn it.
Or she'll wear it as she hangs herself out of sorrow.
We're actually saying this in character, just being really shitty.
As we all leave. As we all head into the trees. It's like,
Y'all are horrible people.
Well, okay, but Sam did just sort of leave somebody high, and we all convinced him to leverage his little crushy girl.
I
but-
intended to go back.
Yeah, you didn't seem to be fighting too hard to go back, brother.
Not anymore. We have to go back through the swamp.
We can take the road to Gomphus.
We have more pressing
Okay, yes we do.
Yes.
concerns.
You can send word, right? That's like your wheelhouse.
I assume we're walking as we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking too.
Swear to God, I've had enough of this.
Are you alright, Mr. Renshaw?
No, I'm not. I just want to rest.
We'll get there soon.
Throw up on the bear then.
Not that kind of rest.
Gonna look back at you with its many eyeballs.
Do they all like turn independently?
Yeah, like
He just keeps walking. Yeah,
the peanut gallery. If Zoz can fit on his shoulders, why can't you?
Because you know exactly how exhausted I am and why.
Yes, do tell.
Now keep walking.
He's gonna chuckle.
Bata just puts a paw on Arden's shoulder and
Jim appears to be having a stroke while I'm sitting at home right now.
I am so confused as to what you're trying to.
I'm not trying to communicate to you. Keep going.
Okay.
Okay, well, Sam did 26 on geography. How far do we actually have to go?
The group.
Is about here.
So we were halfway.
It's about a day's travel.
Day's walk. Mm-hmm. Sam sighs and just lets everybody know.
How much longer?
Are we there yet?
I will turn this caravan around.
Like when Bada asks, Sam just goes, I'm not going to say anymore. But I know.
This is the first time I'm asked.
Are we there
Sam
yet?
says you probably want to travel light. It's a long walk.
You were saying you were putting your hand on Renshaw's shoulder.
That is the extent of it.
Okay.
Why? Did you want more?
I was kind of wanting to give him a chance to respond.
Oh,
Give
Renshaw.
me the opportunity to respond to that.
Yes.
Well, Arden just extends a scarred hand and pats it on Bada's hand and says, I think I'm getting close to having enough of this.
Yeah, me too. Think we're gonna probably just not want to do much after this, huh?
Not for a very long time. I just wanted to be an accomplished author. And now I've found out the terrible secrets that were inexplicably lost from the Order that could have potentially even changed society as a whole. And now I am following a shape-shifting monster through the swamp so that I can return a priceless artifact to a spire in hopes that it remains loyal to our cause and follows through with its word. And the monster of a woman that lives there does not try to kill us on sight. Oh, well, Well, blissfully hoping that everything that you hold dear isn't being incinerated by probably an equally greater monster.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Why don't you still try to finish your book?
I don't think I can do that right now. I barely had more than a couple days to even catch up on my notes in the past couple of weeks. I would love to sit down in a study and compose all of my thoughts and relax. Or even take some time to just mourn the people that we've lost. But it's been too much. I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, we'll take it step by step. Just get out of here, this marsh, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to. Though we do need to sleep and rest. I have barely anything left for spells. I'm sure that there will be some sort of terrible creature lurking around the corner. If there isn't already, like, a swarm of spiders stalking us right now, waiting for us to bed down for the night so they can just scoop us up in cocoons and hang us from the trees.
At the word spider, Sam does a third 23 on spot.
I'm sure there's nothing around us, and we'll be...
A few yards back, a spider in the tree descends about halfway down.
Like a normal size spider?
It's about the size of a Great Dane.
There is no normal size spider.
But I meant like a
Oh, not a giant one.
not a massive like tree toppling spider, but just like a spider.
Is this a spider in a size that threatens our well-being?
Yes.
Is it just one spider?
Yep.
It's behind us, though,
Yeah,
right?
a few yards looking at you like,
I fire my sling at it.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Oh, never mind. I guess there are things around us. We'll get out of here soon.
What's the range on that?
40 or 50 feet. You hit D4 plus your strength mod. It's one of the...
Well, it was a 4.
You dink it, and it goes and hides. He gives up on those ambitions.
Sam glares.
Theron glares at Sam.
Everyone just watched it happen.
There's this saying, don't poke a spider's nest.
Don't let a spider's nest poke you.
That is perverse.
Theron shakes her head and pats Sam on the back and goes, "Good job, Sam. You scared it away."
I'm sure so long as we have Sam around, we'll be safe.
Yes. Yes, though.
I resent all of you.
Arden cast detect sarcasm.
Are we gonna have to be camping out in the marsh, or can we actually just all stay awake long enough to get out?
I think that's our choice.
Make constitution checks.
What,
I want to find out how long you can keep going.
What does this wisdom damage wear off, by the way?
Every time you sleep, you get a chance to...
Oh, so never again. Got it.
Yeah. I know, right?
Zos collapses after like another half hour of walking. He's just...
Well, he's writing Bada, or did we not? He
He's
just said he
writing
wanted
the-
to and didn't want to?
He hasn't gotten on anybody yet.
Oh, well, I got 13,
So when he
so
collapses, he's pretty much dead weight.
We let him collapse? We did not let him collapse.
no, he did not.
He got a natural one.
Oh!
Oh,
He like stumbles a bit over a rock and then just face plants, and he's down.
Don't
Give
give
him-
the DM
But
ideas.
His hair is perfect.
I know. I pick him up. I pick him up and just
Wipe off.
the hair.
Oh, Zos, you look terrible, except your hair.
Except he's unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Theron, you think you can carry him?
Yes. Yes, I will carry him.
Sam did 14.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 12.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's like 10 plus Constitution.
Oh,
modifier,
that 20.
right?
Someone's awake. That
He's
13.
He's emotionally and physically devastated.
All right. Yeah, it makes sense. His mind would be awake even if his body is crying.
Like I did last night when I was falling asleep and fell out of my chair, and I was no longer falling asleep.
So it was emotionally devastating as well.
Yes.
So are we awake enough to get out?
It was
You're
on
awake
stream.
enough to get 3/4 the way out, and at that point, there's only one person who's still awake but physically unable to do much, and that is Arden.
An idea. We were remarking that we can't go on anymore. We're too tired. Like,
I got to see a survival check for how well you navigated. So I know how much energy you have.
So this
we're
would
on a
be
road, right?
No, there is no
To
road.
the road.
This would be a survival against being lost, right?
And optimizing your travel plans wise.
Actually, if we were optimizing our travel plans, we could use the thing that could grow wings and have it fly and navigate for us. But that would be just my thought on the
I
matter.
mean, you could ask it.
We do that.
Yes, Mr. Umber, could you please fly up above the canopy and properly direct us?
Okay.
Sam's
think
a
he's-
little disappointed he couldn't use this role.
I'll direct you, but it'd probably still be good for you to, like, you're in 3 dimensions, they're in 2D, but looking down at you pretty much.
13.
13, okay, they're going to try and assist you. They succeed, you get a 15 altogether.
Since this is against being lost, right?
So you'll get to the edge of the wooded part of the marsh.
Okay, and we can't continue on because you have said we are too tired.
Nah, your bodies give out eventually. Okay. You've been through a lot.
You sit down to take a break and your legs just like, I'm done.
And everybody is too tired to go except for Arden.
He's mentally awake.
Right.
You're all exhausted, effectively. So that means -6 to strength and dexterity, and you only can take partial actions every round.
Why did you say that?
It's unfortunately it's an actual condition.
No, I'm saying.
Why would you tell us?
I said it with a little gusto, swinging my arms around like, oh boy!
Oh boy.
Mr. Umbra, are you tired? We'll ride you. We'll be uncomfortable and ride you out.
I'll watch you sleep.
But
Disturbing. But also oddly comforting.
I think we'll be safe, or at least you'll warn us if something bad happens, I assume. So
you don't sleep, Umbra?
I do.
Will you sleep now?
No.
Okay, good.
Then there's no one on watch.
Will you be okay without sleep?
I'll sleep when we travel.
Theron does a quizzical look, but
well, I assume
quizzical then okay.
The Umbra can shapeshift down to a smaller size, and we can carry
That is correct.
a little Franklin companion.
Are we physically capable of creating a fire?
Yes.
Yes. Survival check though, because
Who wants to try?
stuff.
Oh my god.
And watching you have a lot of trouble with this, the Umbra's going to ask you, do you have any lantern oil?
Okay, Sam will.
I do have an oil flask.
Oh my god.
Sam will ignore Bada and just pour a little bit of his own
Actually,
lantern oil.
no. We have something better. This
Say-
stuff is wet. We could douse it with a little bit of the body paint.
How much of it do we have?
Theron pulls out her water skin full of black goo. I'm not sure how much we need.
So let's just put a little bit in there.
Okay.
Just a few drops to be
There,
safe.
Theron just puts like, did you make a fire? Like a little pile of wood?
Yeah, pile of wood.
We have a fire pit.
Okay. So Theron just carefully leans in and does one drip on top of the fire.
No, you're putting it on the firewood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It like slops down and splats.
Just a tiny drip.
Yeah.
And flint and steel, Mr. Sam.
Flint and steel, Mr. Sam.
A few sparks set it ablaze.
Whew.
And the paint spreads out as it becomes warmer and thinner.
Oh god, it is napalm.
Greek fire.
And it very, very effectively starts your fire.
Theron cautiously comes up and says, okay, it's warm. Yay.
There's some black smoke puffing up.
Probably don't want to breathe that.
Sam goes upwind.
Think about this time I will take some of that fungal potion.
As you reach for it, you can feel the forest to your side and the road before you wants to pull your hand away from the vial. As if to say, no, no, no.
Does he like stop halfway through grabbing it?
Yeah.
Is that noticeable, everybody?
Maybe.
13.
Yeah, why not?
I guess I stopped for a second. And don't drink it just yet.
You can drink it if you want to. Just take a little bit of a will save.
That was a GM, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Yes, no, voice in your head. Just make a will save. It'll be okay.
I just want to let you know that's an option. It isn't an absolute.
No, I don't. I don't drink it yet.
Okay.
Sam watches and shakes his head.
I'm assuming my shirt's cleaning all the pollen, so.
Of course.
Out of your lungs?
I would lend my chain shirt to everybody who wants to bathe. In fact, I guess Theron is going to go off and... No, May, no, I do not go off by myself.
Better not.
Nope.
Darren, I don't think anybody here cares if we see you naked.
Sam flusters a little like, maybe you don't, Bada.
You really care for Theron that way?
No, but I'm not from Bismutum. What about Mr. Arden?
What?
Would you like Theron to be walking around naked?
Why are we having this conversation?
Not going to walk around naked. Umbra, I've seen you do some weird things. Do you think you could make some sort of a structure to hide all of for privacy?
Corinne.
What do you... Why?
It's like mouth is just gonna open up and hit the ground and then pool, and it's gonna melt into a puddle.
Welp. I may have broken Umbra.
Darren, we'll be in town in a few days.
Sure.
We're all much dirtier than you.
That's true.
But it's more important that I continue to be cleaner than you.
Theron stops trying to do the bathing thing. Done with that.
I pull out a bedroll for Sauce. And I tuck him in. So I assume he's... Oh, you sleep tight, kiddo.
Well, it's been a very long day for all of us. We should probably get some rest soon. But before that happens, I wanted to do something. So, prior to being inducted to the Order, I grew up in a town called Coeurasa that is far to the south. And we have a tradition there when somebody dies. We have a way of mourning them. And I can only assume that whatever Munis did to Akuma, he is probably dead or worse now. And with your loss of Reginald, I'm sure that you probably have something too. But if you're willing to indulge me for a little bit, there is something I would like to do. Are you okay with that?
No, we're not going anywhere.
Okay. Arden pulls out the bottle of Dragon Tear whiskey. Again, painfully, ironically named. Actually, in several different layers now that I think about it. And he pulls out his little drinking cup from his mess kit and says, after taking off his glasses and setting it beside him on the ground, this bottle is the body of Akuma and Reginald, and this cup is our hearts. And this drink will be their love, their knowledge, and their wisdom. Arden pours a drink into the glass, filling it to the brim, and hands the glass to Bata. I know you didn't know them very well, but it is tradition to say something nice about them and take a sip and then pass it to the next person so that you can take a little bit of them with you.
No, I take the cup. It's nice to have met someone that affected Mr. Renshaw's life so greatly in a positive way. I'm sure he was a wonderful, wonderful elder. I take a little sip. I pass it to Sam.
Sam says, it's a beautiful sentiment, Arden. May we always honor their memory.
Arden nods, little tears forming in the corner of his eyes.
Sam will take his sip and pass it to Theron.
Theron takes the cup. Theron just sips it, says nothing, and gives it back to Arden solemnly.
Well, traditionally this is passed around most of the family, so there is quite a bit more than normal left to drink. But rest assured, Okuma will never be forgotten. He gave me the chance when nobody else would. I wasn't even really sure I should have gotten that chance. But he continued to allow me to stay in the Order after the accident that broke my body. And I now am here, lost in a swamp on the run and collaborating with my purest nightmares to try and return an orb to a city that was just supposed to be a simple outing across the sea. But here we are. I would have been able to meet all of you and experience all of this. So thank you for staying with me and listening to my guidance, I guess. I don't know anymore. Arden takes a glass and raises it and takes a large gulp from it and swallows it, choking a bit, either from the whiskey or from sorrow. It's not really terribly clear. And then he passes the glass back to Theron and says, say something nice about Reginald.
Theron takes the glass back. I know you just lost somebody, Arden, but you do not get to tell me what to say about my mentor. I've got a question for you, actually, instead. You were wrong about going into the Spire. You said we had no choice but to go in there, and I trusted you. So, Was your need to go into the spire more important than my friend? And she takes a gulp. A big one.
Sam will reach out to Theron, put his paw over hers, and say, Theron, he was already gone. Eunice told us not to use healing magic on him because he was already dead and already being defiled.
You didn't know that then.
No,
And neither did he.
but it wouldn't have made a difference.
It doesn't matter. It's the choices we make right then and now with the information we have. And I've got to know that you didn't make that decision lightly.
I never make any decision lightly.
Did you want to get into that spire bad enough?
Reginald, I realized that Reginald was important to you. I was acutely aware of that. The fact that what Munis was doing, that we failed to stop what he was doing, I did not know that would be the outcome. I did not know that thousands of people were going to die in a terrible fire. I was trying to prevent that. I wanted to save people. I admittedly did not realize that Reginald had already been turned, but one life is but a teardrop in the sea when there are thousands of lives at stake, and potentially even more with what could have happened to Rogueport. Would you feel better if Reginald was still alive and the festival burned and we did nothing to stop it? Or if we didn't even go into that spire and knew what we know now, if we didn't go into that spire, we probably would have fought that Umbra. It probably would have killed us all. We wouldn't have the knowledge that we have now in order to save your home. It was not a hard decision, no, but it was an important decision. I could not have possibly even fathomed what we were going to find in that spire.
Okay. So, it's not that you needed to go in the spire, it was because you wanted to, for the greater good. I just need to hear that from your mouth.
I don't hate you. I may have said it many times when I was angry, but I don't actually hate you. I hate what you did, and we are on the road to fixing that. Almost literally. And
Why do you hate what I did? Because it messed up your life and what you wanted? She hands the cup back to Arden. In fact, why do both of you hate me?
I just...
Bada I can understand.
Arden sets the glass down in front of him, and then removes his cloak, his jacket, and his shirt, exposing his arms and the scars that start at his palms and go all the way up to his elbows. The accident that happened, I was part of a tactical group of the Order known as the Shepherds. I attempted to use a formula that I pieced together through some research I found in the archives called an empowerment formula. It would allow me to cast a spell and open every magical conduit within my body, much like a sorcerer would, a natural spellcaster, to put forth as much power as possible in a spell. I was going to use it in the evocation class to prove that I am not just a child to them. What was supposed to be a small orb of fire became a firestorm that erupted from my hands. I burned 3 of my fingers off trying to shut my hand to stop it. I don't even know how I lived through it, to be honest. When I awoke, Okuma gave me a second chance. He put me into the scribes. He allowed me to stay as long as I stayed in the archives, did not cast spells, and did my research quietly. This was my opportunity, this discovery that I found, that there was countless amounts of information about the spires that was missing. I was given the opportunity to go do research and figure this out myself. I went to Rogueport, your hometown, the place you stole from, to accomplish this task, and saw nothing but ruin and dismay and anger. And I tracked you all the way across the sea, up and down every port that I could find, exhausting nearly all of my resources to find you, only to eventually track you down and find out that I was exactly right. That's what I hate that you did. You have ruined, well, maybe even not ruined at this point. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know if I won't get hunted out by the Order at this point. But to be quite frank, I figured it out, and I have completed my research. So I guess I do have that, at least. But everything else, because of what you did, one selfish act to get it back at your mother, ruined my redemption. Quite possibly permanently. I can still return my papers and my book if I ever get the chance to finish it, or if I live to finish it for that matter, but that's what upsets me. You seem like a decent person, and you mean well, but you did something very, very wrong.
I passed no judgment on you except for the fact that you hate me because I squandered your opportunity.
Don't talk about it so lightly.
You talk about what I did to ruin your opportunity, but that was my opportunity to...
You could have just left. You didn't have to take the Dragon's Tear. You could have just walked away from all of that and gone on with your life.
Yeah, and you could have done a lot of other things. This isn't the only thing you could have done. In fact, it seems kind of selfish. But I understand it. I do. I needed an opportunity, too, to prove myself. And I took it, and I took it from you. But I had to do it, just like you had to do yours. And that's not fair of you to ask that your chance at opportunity is more important than mine. You don't know my life.
Nor do you mine.
Well, you've just told me yours, and your reasoning for hating me is completely selfish. You think I'm selfish. That's hilarious.
Is that how funerals usually go?
No. Theron, why is your action not selfish?
I admit I have a bias here, the Umbra says.
Are you still a puddle of goo?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Go on.
My instincts tell me I shouldn't like you, but if you hadn't taken the tear, I wouldn't have been born.
So, Theron, why was your stealing of the Dragon's Tear not selfish? I'm curious. I'm not.
Look, looking for opportunity for yourself is always selfish. I'm not saying I'm not selfish. What Arden is saying is that he's not selfish. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. I needed to look out for me because every part of my life was ruled by my mother and she controlled every aspect of my life. The only time I got away from her is when I traveled. Other than that, I was trying to be primped, prettied, curled, permed exists, sorry.
Only the darkest magic.
I was always geared towards being something that was not for myself, but it was for the PTC, which is everything to us. And I may have hurt people by doing this, but I saw no other way to get out because this family has ruined everything I ever wanted.
It seemed like Abigail had no problem writing up a contract for you to disown the family.
Yeah, because she wants it all for herself. I want nothing to do with it.
Why did that not happen sooner?
Because I was never presented with the opportunity.
Why didn't you just never come back when you traveled?
I came back to put the coffin nail and mind you, it's my mother. I wanted to make her angry.
Well, you did so. At the cost of your father's life.
I never thought that would happen.
I never thought I would survive the accident, but here I am. The scars that are on my body are after the magic. They weren't actually able to heal it because of the amount of magic that flowed through my arms that day. That's why I wear the bandages. I'm not hurt. I'm embarrassed. My selfishness hurt me, and only me. Your selfishness had massive repercussions.
And that makes you better?
No, that doesn't make me better. You did a terrible thing.
Again, you're judging.
I am judging. I judge everything that happens in front of me. I judge everything, assess their situational awareness, what I can use to defeat them. I was, in fact, trained to defeat everything around me whenever I possibly could. I was taught to repress every emotion in my damn body to try and keep cool and be able to analyze and overcome anything. But, you know what? I don't care anymore. Do not act like you didn't do something wrong. You did a terrible thing, and it hurt people. And we are nearly at the end of this where we can fix this, and it's perfectly fine. If you don't want to be around us anymore, I'm sure Zos will miss you plenty, but I don't know anymore. I don't know what to do. I wanted to give you an out to mourn your dead mentor. Yes, I guess it was a decision, and I did weigh the odds and what would happen, and quite frankly, I thought, leaving anybody with Venus was wrong. Did you happen to notice that the two fungal people were completely gone when you got back out there? They're probably a pile of ash in the river somewhere. Were there no concern over them?
Were you concerned with them at the time?
I was. I am concerned about everything. I worry infinitely about all of you. I've everybody. Like, Sauce, we shouldn't have taken a child with us out here. That's insane. You shouldn't teach a child to play with knives or a bow or anything. We should have put that child in a school or send him to Bisnotum or somewhere where he would be safe and have a good life and not have to witness the stuff that he's witnessed. You are a living mockery of Bata's faith right now. He has discovered incredible things because of this, but what you did was next to killing a god and then selling it for profit.
Theron gets up and says, I am through with you telling me what I am, and walks off.
That's right. Run away. Arden sips his glass and pours the rest into the fire.
Hey, wait! Don't go away. Art,
Okay.
Theron, come back. I'm sorry about Mr. Reginald and what he had to go through.
Theron stops about 3 feet away from the roaring fire, hands down her sides.
Look, Theron, I don't hate you, Theron. I'm sorry that I gave you that impression at first. I mean, I was at first, but I can't be mad for someone doing something that they don't know is wrong. And I mean, you stuck around with us this whole time. Why? I mean, you saved my life. I mean, I can't be mad at you, really. And I know Mr. Renshaw, and he's just going through a little bit of a hard time right now, and I know you are too, but we need to stick together for this, to make this work. And if you both really hate each other, we can part ways once it's all done, but honestly, I feel like we've accomplished a lot together. I know we may not agree at all times with what we do or how we do things, but I mean, I know you care about everyone. I know Arden does too.
Theron gulps, crosses her hands, still looking away, and she goes, You asked me in the spire why I'm still with you guys. You guys inspire me to be better. I know I've lived a selfish life and I've done things that hurt people, but don't want you guys to hate me, and I want you guys to forgive me because I want to care for people like you do, Bada, and I want to have the drive and focus that you have, Arden, and that's why I'm still here.
Seems like you already care about people, Theron. I don't know why you're fighting it. I mean, you care about Reginald. I mean, enough to be angry at us for it.
I'm not angry at you guys for that. I just had to be sure.
Strange way of showing it.
Bata nudges Mr. Renshaw a little bit.
Arden shoots Bata a kind of mean look and begins putting his shirt and jacket and all that back on.
Well, Theron, I mean, come on. You can't leave. Who's going to teach Sauce how to jump and do awesome acrobatics while throwing daggers at people?
When he's older.
I don't want to go anywhere. I just don't want you guys to hate me. And, I mean, Arden answered my main question that I had for him. And I know I called your religion rubbish, Bada.
Everyone does. Come on. It doesn't take long stepping out here for me to realize that.
Bada, it affects you. I've seen it. I am not convinced you're ever going to be able to forgive me. So, I've given you no reason to truly 100% trust me, but are you gonna be able to forgive me? Because I haven't given you a reason.
Arden gets a very long, exasperated sigh and says, if you were paying attention, you'd realize that was an apology. Now turn around and sit down and get some sleep. I said I hated what you did, but I don't hate you as a person. What you did was terrible to what semblance of a life I had, but you are a decent person. And if you were to walk away right now, well, I think you'd probably be making a big mistake.
The spiders might get you.
Sam size.
Not just because of the spiders, but strategically speaking, I need you just as bad as you need us. somebody needs to throw the monsters around and manipulate the mercenaries and embarrass the siblings that you can't handle yourself.
He's trying really hard to give you a compliment.
He just doesn't want to do it directly.
Really hard.
We need each other to look after each other. We are all in danger all the time. And until we see all of this through, you will not leave.
Oh, I mean, Theron, if you really want me to forgive you, then the best you can do is return the tear. I'll be more than happy at that point.
Nothing's gonna stop me from returning this tear, and hugs it close to her. I just don't want you guys to think I'm some common vagabond. I didn't even touch anything in there, and
I didn't have any doubt that you would be respectful of the surroundings there.
it just reminded me in the spire, like we were there. We'd gone through so much, and my intentions were still questioned, but I will take your guys' word for it and trust you. I need to go to bed now.
No, I think we all need to rest. Pata, Samuel.
Yeah?
Samuel shuffles some papers he was dealing with.
Oh, always a diligent little postman.
Says, go ahead and look up.
Spiders all over the canopy.
Are you telling us to look up?
Yes.
Bata looks up.
So, because, yes, it's nighttime. I
Yeah.
assume the fires are still raging all across the swamp.
Oh, far away, yes.
Regardless of what you did, Theron, or what you did going after her Arden, or even Bada's presence, Eunice would have done that anyway.
But we failed to stop him.
The point being, whatever your intention, any of you, for being out here right now, there's bigger concerns.
There are a number of big concerns.
You can be as selfish as you want for whatever you did, I don't care. But right now, there's a guy running around burning entire places down because of some, what did Okuma say? Some unknown benefactor to the college. And we're squabbling over a campfire about who did what why.
It's very easy for you to say those sort of things when you deliver letters for a living.
And I see a lot of things when I deliver letters. I see a lot of people when I deliver letters. And I know that if you get hung up on the past, you can never go to the future. Trust me on that one, that I know.
I think Sam's right. We can't really pin the blame of this on any one moment. You have, as soon as you try to figure one moment out, you'll find another one where you could have done better.
That is my life constantly. There's no perfect solution to any problem.
And you're right. But
All we can do is our best.
I think Theron's ready to try her best.
Pretty sure she has been.
Theron turns back to the fire. She goes, I will do nothing less for you guys, if you'll let me.
The puddle gives you a thumbs up.
Like,
The puddle?
like a hand extends out of it and thumbs up.
Give you a thumbs up.
Have it sink back down like T2.
Yep.
Truly, nightmares.
Oh, he's fine.
I will continue just to do my best to see that you and the rest of these mismatched, mispaired individuals get taken care of and protected whenever they need it.
Sam will fish the glass from wherever it went, the cup,
Oh, yeah.
and pour in another 2 shots, and said, to giving our all, like Akuma gave his, and down it in one gulp. Then he's gonna curl up in his bedroll and cling some papers close to his chest.
That's a decade postman right there.
He says, shut up, Renshaw, it's a song.
Oh, you're writing a song? Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Arden puts a cork back on the bottle and returns it to his pack.
Theron walks up, interrupts you. Cup, please.
Arden picks a cup off the ground, brushes the dirt off, passes it to Theron without making eye contact, says, would you like something to drink with it?
Please.
Uncorks the bottle and pours some whiskey in there and says, now would you please say something nice for Reginald?
Theron puts the cup up to her muzzle and says, no, but to Akuma and drinks it. Paw gets right into your face and hands it back to you again.
Arden takes the glass and says thank you.
And I'm going to go off and get my bedroll and go to sleep. She also wipes the copious tears that she was crying the entire time. But she hid from you guys because she was facing away from the fire.
Can you do that with the wedge phase?
She's got the back hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he has
that's
a
true.
flute.
Right, your hair grew back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
I looked amazing in that fire. Just telling you.
And you looked badass even with your mascara running down your face.
What's mascara?
Charcoal? Bata's gonna rub Arden's arms. Are you gonna be alright? Are you alright?
Arden takes a long look down at his hands, tracing the scars on his palms, and says no, but I will be.
I'll stick around as long as you need me to.
Thank you. Oh, I was actually hoping to return the favor to you at some point, probably at a less chaotic time, but the ever-present looming threat upon our life and what's happening around us right now, I may never get a better chance. But I doubt it has the same meaning to you as it does to me, but Arden fiddles with his cloak a bit and pulls a little cloak pin off and hands it to Bata.
Bata takes the cloak pin.
I don't know if I'll ever go back to the Order, if I'm even safe to even enter the grounds again. Or what may even happen if I run into another one of them because of what happened and between Munis and Akuma. But, or even what I know, for that matter. But if I die, don't forget me.
I don't think I can let that happen, Miss Arden.
You better not.
Of course. Now get some sleep.
You too. Arden gives him a very long look, and then rolls out his bedroll and takes off his glasses and curls up underneath, and probably passes right out.
Assume the Umbra's still awake.
Yep, it's looking at you with an eyeball. Many an eyeball is out. Don't you trust the
I do trust the Umbra. I scoot up close to the Umbra.
Yep, I see you there.
Yes, you have quite the character, don't you?
Eyeballs.
And eyeballs.
Oh, great, it's making puns.
You don't seem to have much memory of things, do you?
Nope.
See, I left my little land because I was afraid of making a monster like you appear there. Just some legend that I was afraid to fulfill.
Do I live up to your expectations?
You are quite a different thing.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
No, it's... I left there afraid that I was going to make one of you. I'm just glad that you're not what the legend tells.
Thank you.
And Bata curls up and goes to sleep.
It's gonna, as you sleep, turn into a big spider.
And what? Perch over Sam's bedroll?
The whole table frowns.
Nope. It's gonna perch over you.
Oh.
That would be the most terrifying.
Oh.
Well, did Sam roleplay going to sleep yet?
No.
Oh God!
I didn't really going to sleep, but I
Oh
said
no,
he
wait. Yeah. You,
curled up in his bedroll and clutched the papers and was like,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He's not looking at anything. He doesn't see it.
Not
Feel
there.
it.
There's not a giant spider over there. There's not a giant spider over there.
With eyes wide open, sleeping.
So just to make
Trying
it
to
clear,
sleep.
it is just a giant spider over Bata.
Yes.
Okay.
But a tent without any drapes.
Well, no, I said Bata passed that. So Bata's asleep through this whole process.
So unlike our lovely picture,
There's a fire in the background.
the background will have an orange glow and smoke.
That's if you're like focusing out there, but if you're like just focusing on the group right there,
No, out and about.
I'm just saying don't worry about it. I mean, the fire's not giant. Right. It's a lot of smoke back
It's
there.
visible.
It's hard to see it through the smoke.
I assume if there are no spiders running away from this, then we are not afraid of the fire.
Now there's spiders hooking up people who ran it away from it.
Wow, well, it's a good thing we don't have knowledge of that.
Another note. It's visible, right?
With the blackness of the smoke, it could be difficult, if I'm being honest.
But like you can. But when there's a big fire, you can see the. At night, you can see that
There will probably be like smoke clouds with like a red glow
Yes.
underneath them.
Possibly, but it also depends on what angle you're taking that at.
Oh my god! Just let it happen.
I'm the devil's advocate here.
Roll for devil's
He's like, I'm
advocate.
just gonna add shrubbery all over around atop you guys, so you can't see the moon at all now.